Sunday Movie will return next week. Now, stay tuned for the following CBS special presentation.
Give my regards to Broadway, remember me to Herald Square. For all the boys at 42nd Street, that I will soon be there.
Only 45 minutes from Broadway. Think of the changes it brings. For the short...
Yeah, but please, I beg on my knees, don't buggy with old Broadway.
Broadway blossom, beware. Ah, little Broadway blossom, take care.
Just turn me loose on Broadway under a neon moon. Give me some jokes and a corny routine. Give me a popular tune to warble. Working for a nice man like a Ziegfeld or a Weissman in a great big Broadway show.
Show business is upon me. I'm going back to Allentown.
They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway, on Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air on Broadway. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter rubs right off and you're nowhere. On Broadway, they say the girls are something else on Broadway, on Broadway. But looking at them just gives me the blues on Broadway. But how you gonna make time when all you got is one dime? Something down won't even shine your shoes on Broadway. Ha!
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Minskoff Theater on Broadway, the League of American Theaters and Producers and the American Theater Wing present the 1995 Tony Awards, with special guest appearances by Maria Conchita Alonso, Lauren Bacall, Alec Baldwin, Carol Burnett, Red Buttons, Carol Channing, Walter Cronkite, Jim Dale, Lawrence Fishburne, Gloria Foster, Jennifer Holliday, Michelle Lee, Lynette McKee, Robert Morris, Sarah Jessica Parker, John Cicada, Patrick Stewart, Elaine Stritch, Marlo Thomas, Kathleen Turner, and productions across America of Grease, Hello Dolly, and new shows Buskers and Master Class, as well as performances from the nominated musicals How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, Showboat, Sunset Boulevard, and Smokey Joe's Cafe.
I won't let you go on Broadway, on Broadway. I can't wait, I must go home. They all say on Broadway. Every wrong I know they are. My baby's here. I won't wait till I'm a star on Broadway, on Broadway. I will go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the shining star of Broadway's Sunset Boulevard, Miss Glenn Close.
and welcome to Norma Desmond's enormously wonderful living room on Sunset Boulevard. Now, I'm very proud to introduce my co-hosts for this evening's gala presentation of the 1995 Tony Awards, Mr. Gregory Hines and Mr. Nathan Lane.
Gentlemen.
Good evening, Miss Close. The singing butler let us in. I hope you don't mind.
No. Be my guest.
I love the staircase. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I finally got around to counting. I figured out I go up and down that staircase 12 times performance. That's 96 times every week. That's 5,984 steps per month.
Oh, start sliding down the banister. Give yourself a break.
You know, I just realized the other day that it's amazing because 21 years ago, I made my Broadway debut on a flight of stairs, only they were nothing like the ones behind me. It was in Congreve's Love for Love, and when the curtain rose, you saw me dressed in rags with a kerchief over my head. I was playing an unwed mother with a supposed newborn baby in my arms, and I was being pushed down a very rickety flight of wooden stairs by the baby's no-good father.
Oh, the no-good father. I was up for that part.
Anyway, as I staggered down the steps,
Yes.
I put my head in this bundle I was carrying. I go like this. That was my debut.
You know, it's interesting that when you made your debut, you were imitating a baby, because when I made my Broadway debut, I was practically a baby. I was 8 years old. It was 1954, and it was a production called Girl in Pink Tights.
I had 3 callbacks for that. The titular role.
Anyway, Glenn.
Yes.
The show was choreographed by a woman who is a legend among American theater dancers, Miss Agnes DeMille. Yes. Yeah, and so, I mean, no one was ever kinder to me. So it was a great honor for me 2 years ago on this show to present her with a special Tony honor in what turned out to be her last public appearance. She was a great woman. Yeah. Nathan?
Well, kids, you know, it's only a 2-hour show. But aren't we adorable? We're sort of like the Mod Squad. One black, one blonde, one neurotic. Very famous, quite famous. And hey, wasn't he that rat thing in The Lion King? But there's a lot of love in this room tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say to you, all of you out there nervously waiting, remember one thing: no matter what happens tonight, you're all winners, because as you know, it is an honor just to be nominated!
Nathan.
Pardon.
You make it?
No, I don't mind not being nominated. It's sort of like the Nixon commemorative stamp. You can lick it, but it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So let's start giving out those coveted awards, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's start. So, now. Standing by to present the first tone of the evening is the lovely young woman who is playing Julie in Showboat, escorted by one of Broadway's most versatile performers, my friend and co-star in Barnum.
Oh, Barnum, I was that close.
Nathan,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Jeez. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lonette McKee and Mr. Jim Dale.
Jim and I are honored to be presenting this evening's first Tony Award. Yay!
So let's get straight to the point. The 4 nominees for the best performance by a featured actress in a play are Suzanne Burtish for her dual comedic roles in the Moliere comedies, Cynthia Nixon as the woman indiscreetly having an affair with both the young man and her father, his father in Indiscretions. We have Mercedes Rule for her moving portrayal of Beverly in The Shadow Box, and Frances Sternhagen as the good-hearted but gullible and duped aunt in The Heiress.
I can't. I'm too nervous. And the winner is Frances Sternhagen, The Heiress. I did it.
I am very honored and just overwhelmed. I am so happy to be in such a good play, brilliantly directed and mounted and produced with a gloriously talented cast and splendid crew. It's a company that is a model of generosity and ability and humor. They are terrific. I'd like to send my love to my family and friends who keep lifting me up. Thank you very much.
1995 Tony Awards and Broadway across America. Where tonight in San Francisco at the Orpheum Theater, Buskers, a new Broadway-bound musical, is trying out. Welcome the cast of Buskers and Tommy Tune. The 1995 Tony Awards, sponsored by Lincoln Mercury and the complete line of Lincoln luxury automobiles. And by Clairol's Natural Instincts. What a rare blend of natural ingredients. New Natural Instincts from Clairol.
How would you feel about a hair color that's actually good for your hair? Introducing Natural Instincts by Clairol. Natural Instincts is the first hair color with a rare blend of natural ingredients. Aloe, chamomile, ginseng, and Natural Instincts actually leaves your hair better conditioned than before you colored it. New Natural Instincts by Clairol.
We'd like to dedicate this 30 seconds to the power of the new Lincoln Continental's 32-valve V8 intake system, the confident handling of its road-calibrated suspension, and some very impressive slow-motion camera work, without which we couldn't have shown it to you. The new Lincoln Continental, what a luxury car should be.
What did they say to get you to leave AT&T?
Heard about the big savings I can get you over AT&T?
Did they offer your business proof?
Not to worry.
Did they throw numbers at you?
10%.
5%.
No matter what they say, only AT&T guarantees competitive prices. Call 1-800-COMPARE for the facts. We're so sure our prices are competitive, we'll give your business 1 month's worth of long distance, up to $200 if you don't agree. So now you can say,
I'm switching to AT&T.
AT&T, for the life of your business.
Business is about as predictable as the weather. You never know when a storm's going to hit.
And you need it when?
All you know is you have to respond. So UPS guarantees overnight delivery by 10:30 a.m. and even 8:30 a.m. And for problems that can't wait till tomorrow,
It's one chip that I need.
there's now same-day delivery. Only UPS offers you all these choices.
We're back in business.
But that's what planning for a rainy day is all about. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
My definition of a good neighbor is someone who's there ready and willing to help you at your time of need. That's why State Farm is proud to work with many organizations like Neighborhood Housing Services. I think State Farm supports organizations like NHS because they help an old neighborhood become new again and alive again. And I see people that are certainly, they take pride and ownership of where they live. I've seen the results, and I've seen what can happen in a community with the combined efforts of NHS and State Farm.
The Medicare battle. Pay more, say Congressman. Not so fast, say these lobbyists. We represent 33 million seniors. Eye on America tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
This week, all new Daves with Nicole Kidman, Jose Carreras, Mike Myers, Seal, Bonnie Hunt, Soul Asylum, and Indy 500 winner Jacques Villeneuve. All new this week.
All of us. Thank you. All of us from Sunset Boulevard are going to perform a number from our show, and it takes me a long time to get into costume and makeup. But before I do that, I have a great personal pleasure to welcome this next Tony Award presenter, a newcomer who has made this season his Broadway musical debut and got himself rave reviews, despite the fact that he's a terrible singer, he can't dance, and he never even appears on the stage during the entire show. So what is it that he's got going for him? It's that voice. Oh, that voice that we all know so well. Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the award for this year's best revival of a play, the voice that in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying guides Matthew Broderick from window washer to chairman of the board in 6 months flat, Mr. Walter Cronkite.
How does she know whether I can dance? She's never asked me. 53 years ago, 1942, I saw my first Broadway show, Ray Bolger in By Jupiter. And ever since, I've had a secret, very secret desire to be in a Broadway show. A half century, 53 years later, I finally made it. And they won't let me sing. They won't let me dance. They won't even let me show my face. Oh, well. That's the way it is. Children. But I don't hold a grudge, so tonight I'm here and pleased to present this evening's next Tony Award for the best revival of a play. And the 4 nominees are Hamlet, the highly acclaimed production imported from London. Shakespeare's melancholy Dane is memorably portrayed by British actor Ralph Fiennes. The Heiress, a Lincoln Center Theater production of Ruth and Augustus Getz's devastatingly powerful 1946 stage adaptation of Henry James' novel Washington Square. The Moliere Comedies from the Roundabout Theater Company, a pair of Moliere's classic shorter comedies, The School for Husbands and The Imaginary Cuckold. The Rose Tattoo, The Circle in the Square's compelling new production of Tennessee Williams' lusty 1951 comedy drama starring Mercedes Ruehl. And this year, the Tony Award for Best Revival of a Play goes to The Heiress.
Producer, Lincoln Center Theater, Andre Bishop and Bernard Kirsten.
Thank you for honoring our production of The Heiress. We are grateful to the talented staff of Lincoln Center Theater and its devoted board of directors. We salute The Heiress's cast, design team, composer, backstage crew, and front of house staff. Ruth and Augustus Getz, wrote a magnificent play, and we thank their daughter Judy Sanger for representing them so well. But there can be no best revival without a great director, and we share this Tony Award with Gerald Gutierrez, who once again reinvented an old play simply by trusting it, and whose absolute belief in the power of theater inspires us all. Thank you.
Nathan! Nathan! Where's Nathan? Where's...
Hello, I'm Angela Lansbury. Be afraid, be very afraid. The 7-second delay means nothing to me. I'm drunk with power. What's the matter? You look like you've just seen the John Tesh concert. What's wrong?
Well, I'm just a little surprised, Nathan.
Well, I just didn't want to get caught in the same outfit as Glenn.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get caught in the same outfit as anyone in America.
Well, you know, if I did a somersault right now, the ratings would go through the roof.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Nathan.
Actually, I wore this in Terrence McNally's brilliant play, Love, Valor, Compassion, in which I played the... in which I played the world's greatest expert on musicals, but I happen to be one in real life, too.
Really?
And do you know that the musical from which we're about to see an excerpt, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, has the longest title, 8 words, of any show in history?
Well, I don't think so. I
No?
don't think. Did you ever hear of a roar of the grease paint, the smell of the crowd, or a funny thing happened on the way to the forum? Those are 10 words, each one.
I'm sorry, I left my abacus at home, Rain Man. Welcome to the Anal Retentives Convention. And now from How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, nominated for Best Musical Revival, we have Matthew Broderick, Lilias White, and Jerry Vicky in a special presentation of the closing number, Brotherhood of Man.
Yes.
Wait a minute, Warren. Even though we're all part of the cold corporate setup, deep down underneath our skins, there is flesh and blood. We're brothers. Now you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Shriners, and other men may carry cards as members of the Diners. Still others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of man, a benevolent brotherhood of man. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, that great big brotherhood of man? Your lifelong membership is free. Keep forgiving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, that great big brotherhood of man? No kidding! Is there really a brother? Yes, you're a brother of man. Brother. On the level of brotherhood of man. Oh, yes, our noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of man. Yes, your lifelong membership is free. Keep forgiving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man?
Oh, that noble feeling feels like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you've got me, I've got you.
And now, Mr. Red Buttons. One of America's most beloved actors and comedians. He is celebrating his 60th year by opening later this week in his own one-man Broadway show.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting a Tony. Some of the biggest people in the history of the world never got a Tony. John Wilkes Booth, who said, "Sorry, I thought he was a critic," never got a Tony. Faye Dunaway, who said to Glenn Close, "Break a leg," never got a Tony. Well, right now, somebody's going to get a Tony. So, the 4 nominees for Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Musical are Greta Boston, who was an unforgettable Queenie in Showboat; Brenda Braxton, who was bringing down a house every night in Smokey Joe's Cafe; B.J. Crosby, who was raising the roof every night in Smokey Joe's Cafe; Billy Lively, who was rolling them in the aisles every night in, what else? Smokey Joe's Cafe. And the American Theater Wing's Tony Award goes to Greta Boston. Showboat!
Oh my God. Thank you to the Tony nominating committee and the Tony voters. At this very moment in a little town called Crossett, Arkansas, a ballroom is filled with my parents, sister, all 5 of my brothers, along with a host of other family members and friends. Thank you for always being my safe haven. Special thanks to Hal, Ruthie, Florence, Susan, Live Entertainment, the entire cast and crew, Marcy, Mallory, Nikki, Dorothy Stanley, Ralph, Doug, and Richie, my sister Lynette. Thank you.
Broadway across America in Los Angeles. We're currently at the Mark Taper Forum. Masterclass, a new play by Terrence McNally about Maria Callas and starring Zoe Caldwell, is on its way to New York. In this scene, Madame Callas coaches a young student soprano, Audra McDonald, as Lady Macbeth.
Is Macbeth with him?
Yes.
And how does that make her feel?
Happy?
No, don't keep looking at me, Frances. Sharon, show me.
Oh,
Tell me.
really happy.
Love happy. Christmas morning happy.
Murder happy.
And what is she going to do about it?
She's gonna sing a cabaletta.
Ahead of you, a dramatic wraparound instrument panel. On your left, a 3-person memory system. On your right, a 10-disc JBL audio system framed in burl walnut. Below you, leather-trimmed 8-way power seats. And all around you, a car so beautifully designed it can go 100,000 miles between scheduled tune-ups. Lincoln Mark 8. Give up. You're surrounded. Lincoln Mark 8 with the V8 Intex system. Drive everything else first.
Tylenol I use, yeah, for aches, pains, fever, that kind of thing. But headaches are another story. For headaches, I use Excedrin, because Excedrin relieves headaches better than Tylenol. They did clinical research to prove it, but you know what? That's for doctors. So I did my own kind of research, tried it on my headache. That proved it.
Excedrin, the headache medicine.
25 years together.
they've just flown by. 25 years of kids, jobs, moving. I didn't just want to bring her back to her favorite place. I wanted to give her something she's only dreamt of.
The 25th anniversary diamond necklace.
Tending your land, getting your hands back in the soil, working with the sun on your back. Could anything be more rewarding?
Yeah, paying someone else to do it for you. Like Ned, Joe, and Tom. That's what Visa Gold's for, with enough purchase power to turn your yard green. And what could be more relaxing than mowing it yourself? Paying Al. Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
The 1995 Tony Awards will continue.
You've got a date with Mike.
Don't you wanna know? Don't you wanna know? Don't you wanna know? Who's that man?
It's time to party down with the hottest stars and the wildest party animals on the planet. SeaWorld Busch Gardens Party for the Planet, Wednesday.
This is CBS.
You work hard to own a $30,000 luxury car. Finally, there's a company that works just as hard to build one. Introducing the extraordinary i30. Through innovative technology and revolutionary design, Infiniti has created a car that offers you the flagship styling, space, and performance you deserve. And as you can see, hard work has its rewards.
Critics are calling Disney's Tony Award-winning stage hit Beauty and the Beast the best musical to hit L.A. in years. The Los Angeles Times declares the cast is to die for, and the score is smashing. It's being cheered as a feast for the eyes, altogether wonderful. Not since Phantom has anything this extravagant and lush hit an L.A. stage. Disney's Beauty and the Beast, now at the Schubert Theater. Don't wait. For best seats, call now, 1-800-447-7400.
Things aren't always what they seem. Sometimes you get more than you expect. Introducing the incredible i30. One look inside, and you'll be amazed at the spaciousness and attention to detail. In fact, the i30 has a larger interior than a Rolls-Royce Silver Spur. When was the last time you got more than you expected from a $30,000 luxury car?
Channel 2 Action News, awarded for best spot news coverage in California.
And now, Mr. Patrick Stewart. He returned to Broadway last December at his one-man presentation of A Christmas Carol. And this summer will play Prospero in New York's Shakespeare in the Park production of The Tempest.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be here. I only wish my voice had come with me. Actually, there was nothing wrong with my voice until I saw Nathan in the... So, the nominees for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in a Play are Stephen Bogatis, who is the weekend host in Love, Valor, Compassion. John Glover, who plays dual roles, identical twins, in Love, Valor, Compassion. Anthony Heald, yet another brilliant member of the Virtuoso Ensemble, Love, Valor, and Compassion. I've got to make it. Jude Law, the very confused young man in Indiscretions. John Glover, Love, Valor,
Thank you!
thank you. Listen, all right. Look, I've been knocking around this business for 30-plus years now, and I have had the good fortune to work with some amazing actors, but I have never worked with a company of actors as amazing as Stephen Bogardus, John Benjamin Hickey, Justin Kirk, Randy Becker, Tony Heald, Stephen Spinella, Mario Cantone, and the Nathan Lane. Were it not for Joe Mantello, we would not be this merry band of players, or for Terrence McNally, who wrote this funny, brilliant play that has the power to change people's lives. Thanks to Lynn Meadow, the Manhattan Theater Club. My thanks also to Scott Landis, Cindy Berger, and to my family, Kate and Jack Glover, to Bunny Goff, and to Adam Kurtzman, spiritual rock and aesthetic consultant. Thank you.
Nathan, what happened to the apron?
Oh, the apron. Well, Walter Cronkite wrestled me to the ground for it.
Oh.
Ever since he retired, he's gotten really wacky.
You know, all of the performers on the show tonight are members of Actors Equity, even Nathan.
There's a union? You're getting paid for this?
And the Tony Awards salutes the members of Actors Equity and its president, Ron Silver, for the outstanding leadership in the theatrical community.
By the way, in an attempt to boost the ratings tonight, it's not just the Tony Awards, it's the Tony Awards Home Shopping Show. That's right, you can order anything you see in Norma Desmond's mansion by calling 1-800-DEAD-MONKEY. That's 1-800-DEAD-MONKEY. Oh, tonight's wine list.
Give me that. Here now is the finale from director Hal Prince's inspired new version of a 1927 American classic. From the stage of the Gershwin Theater, nominated for Best Revival of a Musical, led by John McMartin and Elaine Stritch, with Tammy Amerson, the show-stopping Charleston, choreographed by Susan Stroman from
Showboat.
Just like her grandpa, giving the whole show away for nothing.
Why do I love you?
What are you up to now?
Why do you love me?
Kim, you behave yourself.
Why should there be two?
You're fooling with me.
As we
Stop it now, everybody.
Can you see
Look
the
at
wild wherefore
You're a naughty girl.
I should be the one you care for?
All right, I'll tell you something. I'm a lucky girl.
Oh, Grandma, I am lucky too.
I know, I told you so.
All our dreams of joy seem to come true. Maybe that's because you love
Ladies and gentlemen, together again on a Broadway stage, Miss Michelle Lee and Mr. Robert Morse.
I believe in you.
Oh, I love you, Mama Morse. I do. Well, Bobby and I really loved working together in the original production of what year was it?
In 1961, Elliot Lawrence was our conductor. How about a hand for
1961
Elliot?
production of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why we're really thrilled and delighted to be here tonight to present the best revival for a musical.
Oh, that's
right. And the nominees are Frank Lesser's Forever Young, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein Jr.'s masterpiece, Showboat.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And the winner is Garth Drabinsky. Wait a minute. Hal Prince. Susan Stroman. Wonderful production of Showboat.
Tonight is 1 month away from the official centenary of Oscar Hammerstein, and you've truly honored Showboat. I want to pay special tribute to the estates of the original creators, Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein, and Edna Ferber for entrusting our company to this venerable work, for the inspired genius of Hal Prince and all of his dramaturgical skills, to the glorious choreography of Susan Stroman, and to all of the Live Event associates, Myron Gottlieb, my friend and dear partner, and all of our outstanding cast in Toronto and New York. Finally, Canada, take proud again, because it all began in Toronto. Thank you.
And now, Sarah Jessica Parker. She made her Broadway debut at the tender age of 11 in The Innocents, and at 12 went on to play Annie.
Thank you, and good evening. And yes, early in my career I did play Annie here in New York City, and now, 17 years later, I'm playing the dog. Well, that is in A.R. Gurney's new play, off-Broadway, Sylvia. I am playing Sylvia herself. Part Labrador, part poodle. Typecasting. But it's a fetching role with a whole lot of bite to it. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm here to present the award for the best direction of a play, and the 4 nominees are Gerald Gutierrez for The Shattering and Powerful The Heiress, Emily Mann for his strong and loving depiction of the Delaney sisters in Having Our Say, Joe Mantello for the hilarious and yet uplifting Love, Valor, Compassion, and Sean Mathias for the farcical black comedy Indiscretions. And the recipient of the 1995 Tony Award for Best Direction of a Play goes to Gerald Gutierrez for The Heiress.
Oh, God. I'm a New Yorker. I grew up in this town, and my mom took me all my life to see plays and musicals, and I remember those performances with awe and wonder and astonishment, and all my life, I wanted to be in the theater. As I ponder the success of the Heiress, all I can tell you is every night when I watch that extraordinary ensemble of actors play the play, I'm rekindled with the same sense of wonder and astonishment and joy I felt as a kid. My mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my brother thanks you, and I most humbly thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the American Theater Wing, Isabel Stevenson.
I'm enormously proud to be president of the American Theater Wing, which in 1946 founded the Tony Awards. But once I had another life. I worked in the theater as a dancer in vaudeville. So when it comes to theater across America, that's something I know all about. We played 4 shows a day, 6 days a week, in every town from Syracuse to Seattle. I saw firsthand what theater meant to this country in terms of enlightenment and education. And that is why, through the wing, we've arranged for thousands of youngsters to see their first Broadway show. Our in-school program sends hundreds of theater professionals to meet with students in their classrooms. In addition, Broadway's leading creators and performers have taken part in our televised Working the Theater seminars, providing a priceless record of theatrical history. The American Theater Wing has been doing what it's been doing for over 50 years. And like Broadway itself, we intend, with your support, to be here for a long time.
And now, Miss Joan Van Ark. A former Tony nominee, she is now back on the New York stage in Edward Albee's Pulitzer Prize-winning Three Tall Women.
Good evening. Thank you. As a former student of the Yale School of Drama, I'm thrilled to be back here in New York in Edward Albee's brilliant and challenging play in the company of 3 of the tallest ladies in their field, Myra Carter, Jordan Baker, and Marion Seldes. Finally, they didn't tell us we're too tall. I'm also thrilled to be here tonight to present the award for the best performance by a featured actor in a musical. And the 4 nominees are Michelle Bell as Jo, who powerfully sings Old Man River in Showboat. Joel Blum as the song and eccentric dance man in Showboat. Victor Trent Cook, who all but stops the show when he sings I Who Have Nothing in Smokey Joe's Cafe. And George Hearn as Norma Desmond's loyal but deadly butler in Sunset Boulevard. And the 1995 Tony Award for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in a Musical goes to George Hearn, Sunset Boulevard.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Andrew Lloyd Webber, for wonderful Sunset Boulevard and the privilege of singing Max's music. Thanks for the guiding hand of Trevor Nunn, and for the whole creative team, and this splendid cast, and the crew, and the orchestra, and the staff, and my special thanks to the hair department. Thanks to Lee and Sally Sweetland for helping me learn to love singing again. Thanks, Leslie. Hi, Belle. Hi, Mom. To Alice Ripley, the wonderful Alan Campbell, and to the greatest star of all, Glenn Close. Thank you.
Broadway Across America, Boston, and Jolie Fisher, starring with the cast of the National Company of Grease. the 1995 Tony Awards. Sponsored by UPS, moving at the speed of business. And by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What happens when you crash a car at 35 miles an hour? You get airbags, safer fuel tanks, child restraints. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, co-founded by State Farm, helped make these and many other safety advances possible. And now State Farm is helping to fund a new safety research center for the Institute. We want to help make sure that the only accident you ever have is one you can walk away from.
Don't blink. The business world is changing so fast. You might miss something. It's a world in which business as usual can put you out of business. So at UPS, we do more than deliver packages. We do things others can't. From barcoding to managing your inventory, tracking around the world to delivering around the corner. Like you, we have to wear a lot of hats. Ours just all happen to be brown. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
And you take this woman to be your wedding wife?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I can't let you do this. It just isn't natural. Nice and easy. 103. It works with your own tones and highlights, so the color looks totally natural. That's Rin. And nice and easy is fade resistant, so even if your marriage doesn't last, your color will.
For natural-looking color that lasts and lasts.
You love it?
I do. It's nice and easy to be natural. From Clairol.
Arthritis. Imagine if you could relieve your minor arthritis pain so effectively. It almost feels like you've gone back in time to the days before you had arthritis. Try Capsaicin P, a remarkable cream with the topical analgesic ingredient doctors recommend most for arthritis pain. Capsaicin P builds effectiveness until it reaches peak pain relief power. And when the pain is gone, it's almost like you've gone back in time. Get odor-free Capsaicin P with the ingredient doctors recommend most.
Ooh, Nabisco frosted wheat bites? Uh-huh. A frosted cereal? Oh, yeah. Like it? Definitely. Just don't let Mom catch you with them. Mom gave them to me. Our Mom?
Moms love Nabisco frosted wheat bites. Sure, they're lightly frosted outside with brown sugar inside, but they're the only frosted cereal with the original shredded wheat.
The same Mom who says be here by the time I count to 3 or... That's her.
Nabisco frosted wheat bites, the frosted cereal even moms love.
The all-new Lincoln Continental is so technologically advanced, you control it with the press of a button. Equally as impressive is that with the press of a button, its exclusive 12-function memory profile system sets everything back to where it was.
Your Lincoln.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
The new Lincoln Continental with the 32-valve V8 Intex system, the perfect balance of luxury and technology.
Most awards shows are boring. But not this one. Blockbuster presents its first All-Star Awards show celebrating the best from music and movies. It's a huge party with performances from Boys to Men, Brooks and Dunn, Reba, and more. How'd we do it? You voted, we counted, and the top stars are coming to celebrate. Plus a special icon award to Stallone. So don't miss the excitement. Join hosts William Baldwin and Cindy Crawford. The Blockbuster Entertainment Awards, Tuesday.
And now, Miss Elaine Stritch and Miss Gloria Foster. Two brilliant ladies of the theater, both now on Broadway. Miss Stritch is Parthy in Showboat, and Miss Foster is 103-year-old Sadie Delaney in Having Our Say.
Thank you. That beats a nomination, doesn't it, Gloria? Good evening. Wait a minute, darling. Good evening. Now you go.
Elaine and I are here to introduce no fewer than 11 nominees from 5 different musicals and plays.
The season's most outstanding lighting, costume, and scenic designers, without whom all of us on Broadway would be in rehearsal clothes on a bare stage, dancing in the dark.
And here, other than the absent Mark Thompson and Paul Pyan, the nominated scenic and lighting designers of Arcadia, are the brilliant artists commenting on their nominated work.
The Heiress director, Gerald Gutierrez, spoke to me in images of light and reflection, so somehow I had to find a way to make a grand, restrained old New York house somehow become deeper and more romantic. So I came up with layers of lace, half-transparent mirrors, luminous walls and ceilings, and views of distant rooms.
Designing costumes for the heiress presented me with two major challenges: to recreate the opulence of New York society in the 1850s and to show the journey of the characters. With the superb help of my assistant, Ilona Samaji, and the work of Eric Winterling and Vincent Zulu, I feel we have accomplished what we set out to do.
In designing the lighting for the heiress, I thought about the actual light in the characters' lives. Gaslight, sunlight, carriage lights, firelight, gray days, even darkness. In addition, the director, Jerry Gutierrez, had some magical images to propose. The electricians, James Maloney, Tim Palmer, and Andrew Holliday, all worked with me to make these ideas a reality.
Very often when researching a production, I look to the work of painters to explore their view of the world, and how interesting it was to have Cocteau the painter and Cocteau the filmmaker, as an influence towards this three-dimensional world of the theatre. I hope in particular the staircase in Act 2 is an exploration, an understanding of Cocteau's more painter's view of the world. And with the opportunity to design the costumes as well, it gave me the chance to explore and control the whole palette in a way a painter might.
The basic idea was to give these extraordinary people the most extraordinary look and quality. The set encouraged the use of really unusual angles, which helped the language of the lighting. We had to contrast Yvonne's darkened room of Acts 1 and 3 with Madeleine's Act 2 apartment, which had to be full of light and space.
Showboat was once in a lifetime, designing costumes from 1884 to 1927. Here at Bob Matera's, as well as Vincent's and Live End in Toronto. The costumes were executed with the help of my collaborators, Rod and Bob Jackson and Janet Brown. My special thanks to Eugene Lee and Richard Pilbo for making me look terrific, and of course, to Hal Prince.
Sunset Boulevard on Broadway would not have happened without the expertise of Peter Gould, my associate designer, who unfortunately passed away just prior to the New York opening. This is really for Peter.
What interests me is working very closely with the actors, the director, the costume makers, to create believable characters, people who have a past and a future. And on Sunset Boulevard, I was working with people who were not just the best on Broadway, but the best in the world. And it was a total pleasure from beginning to end.
Sunset was a very challenging show. The lighting approach was a film noir, black and white with a touch of Technicolor. This was created with the help of some wonderful people out there in the dark. Vivian Leone, Rick Baxter, and Richard Knight. Many thanks.
And the winner is Andrew Bridge, Sunset Boulevard.
Next, the Tony for Best Costume Design goes to Florence Klopp, Showboat.
And finally, the winner for Best Scenic Design is John Napier, Sunset Boulevard.
Our congratulations to all of the winners.
And just for a change, all of the losers. Good night.
Sunset Boulevard, nominated for Best Musical, is about a reclusive one-time film star of silent movies, Norma Desmond, who by the 1950s is living alone and forgotten in a crumbling Sunset Boulevard mansion.
In this scene from the musical, she returns after decades to see Cecil B. DeMille of Paramount Studios, the scene of her long-ago triumphs.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Glenn Close as Norma Desmond and the cast of Sunset Boulevard.
Miss Desmond! Up here, Miss Desmond. It's me, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Well, hello.
Let's get a look at you.
I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry. And I need a moment. The whispered conversation in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I'm coming out of makeup. The lights already burning. Not long until the cameras will start turning. And the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly. We all know I can do it. Could I stop my hand from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for? The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. So much to say, not just today, but always. I will have early morning madness. We'll have magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Everything's as if we never said goodbye. We taught the world new ways to dream.
Stay tuned for Lawrence Fishburne, Alec Baldwin, and Kathleen Turner on the 1995 Tony Awards.
When you've just started a business, you'd be surprised what you need to know. Things like financing, or how to write a marketing plan. And that's just the beginning. Now there's an easier way through all of this. Introducing Resources for New Business, only from AT&T. One call gives you direct access to the help you need to make running your new business easier. It's not what you'd expect from a long-distance company, but that's the point. AT&T, for the life of your business.
There are two kinds of people. Those who love the smell of pine sol, like me, or my husband who says, it smells like a pine forest. That's why there's new Lemon Fresh Pine Sol. You get that great pine sol clean with the scent of pine or fresh lemon.
If man were meant to fly, he would have been born with a 32-valve, 280 horsepower Lincoln Mark 8.
Who has time for a healthy breakfast? With Nestle Sweet Success, you do.
Hon, are we happy with our long distance?
Look, Mom, Rocky got loose. Mom, do we need a new vacuum?
Each low-fat Sweet Success shake has the protein of 2 eggs, the fiber of this brand cereal, and more calcium than a cup of yogurt, plus the taste of the very best chocolate. Nestle, for delicious nutrition in no time, nothing succeeds like Nestle Sweet Success.
With Matchlight, you get the best charcoal, Kingsford, with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added. So it's ready to light, right out of the bag. Matchlight by Kingsford.
The 1995 Tony Awards will continue.
There's a place in New York called Central Park West, but it's more than just a street. It's an attitude. From the creator of Melrose Place, Central Park West, this fall.
This is CBS.
Hey, Flyboy, comfy in there? Unless you check the hard side suitcase, we have a major crisis downstairs.
You thought Coach was bad.
It's a war zone down here. That's why I check the Samsonite hard side. Hey, isn't that your bag? When you check a hard side, your clothes won't come out looking like origami.
Sir, could you please return to your seat?
Samsonite hard side. Life is hard. Don't go soft. What's this thing do?
Victoria's Secret creates the exclusive cleavage-enhancing Miracle Bra. Something to make his heart beat a little faster. The Miracle Bra. Victoria's Secret for every day and every night.
5 years in development, 9 onboard computers, 12 patents. Introducing the elegant and powerful TL series, the new touring luxury sedan from Acura. Engineered to run over the entire car industry and still provide a smooth ride.
Lease the all-new Acura 2.5 TL for $369 a month at your local Acura dealer.
Did you see Action News this week?
It was a different Mike Tyson that I met with yesterday morning in Las Vegas.
It doesn't feel that I've been away.
Only on 2.
Did they charge you with anything, Joey? No, just a misunderstanding.
You should see us now. Action News at 4, 5, and 11.
Actor Christopher Reeve's condition improves. Details at 11.
And now, Maria Conchita Alonso and John Cicada. She is Broadway's newest Spider-Woman in the Tony Award-winning Kiss of the Spider-Woman. He is the sensational young Grammy Award-winning singer who is about to make his Broadway debut in Greece.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm born in Cuba, raised in Venezuela.
And I was born in Cuba and raised in Miami.
And who would have said that we were going to end up here on Broadway? This is wonderful.
No, it's great.
But tonight, we are here to talk about the nominees for the Best Choreography. And they are Bob Evian for his dancing young movie hopefuls in Sunset Boulevard. Wayne Cilento for his toe-tapping secretaries and corporation executives in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Joey McNeely for his imaginative.
That's it, imaginative.
Thank you. High energy jazz dancing in Smokey Joe's Cafe. And Susan Stroman for everything from Life Upon the Wicked Stage to Kim's Charleston in Showboat.
Okay. And the winner of the American Theater Wing's Tony Award is...
Mm-hmm. Just pull it.
Yeah, got it.
Pull it here.
Susan Stroman. For Showboat.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to all the folks at Live Entertainment, to my producer, Garth Drabinsky, to the brilliant Hal Prince. Thank you for dancing with me on that levee. Thank you to my dance ranger, David Crane, and to my big dance maintenance department, both here and in Toronto, especially to my first assistant, Tara Young. Thank you so much to all the dancers in Showboat, and a big special heartfelt thanks to the singers in Showboat who never thought they'd be dancing on Broadway. You are. Thank you so much. Here's to Life Upon the Wicked Stage. I'm so proud to be a part of this Broadway community. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Lawrence Fishburne, the winner of the 1992 Tony Award for his unforgettable portrayal of Sterling Johnson in August Wilson's Two Trains Running.
Thank you and good evening. I am honored tonight to be presenting the 1995 Tony Award for the best performance by a leading actress in a play. And the four enormously talented nominees are Mary Alice for her feisty performance as 101-year-old Bessie Delaney in Having Our Say, Eileen Atkins as the slyly scheming aunt in Indiscretions, Sherry Jones as the cruelly deceived heiress in The Heiress, and Helen Mirren as the lovelorn country wife in A Month in the Country. And the Tony Award goes to Sherry Jones, the heiress.
It has been a sublime privilege and fun to be associated with Mary Alice, Eileen Atkins, and Helen Mirren. Thank you. Thelma Cherry, Ruby Crider, Colleen Dewhurst, thank you. My loved ones in Paris, Tennessee, my friends across the nation, especially at the American Repertory Theater, the Goodman Theater, Circle Rep, Lincoln Center, my friends and colleagues on the Heiress, Jerry Gutierrez and the Getzes, and Mary, thank you. This is a spring I shall never forget. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alec Baldwin. He made his Broadway debut in 1986 in Joe Orton's black comedy Loot, and won a Tony nomination as Stanley Kowalski in the famed 1992 revival of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire.
Thank you and good evening. Between them, the nominees in this category have been responsible for many of Broadway's greatest successes, including Phantom of the Opera, Guys and Dolls, Cats, and The Who's Tommy. I've been asked to hand out the award for Best Direction in a Musical, and the nominees, all four of whom did truly brilliant jobs, are Des McAnuff for his high-energy, high-tech revival of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Trevor Nunn, the distinguished British director who originally staged the musical in London, for Sunset Boulevard. Harold Prince for his astonishingly inventive landmark revival of Showboat. And Jerry Zaks for the non-stop, hand-clapping, foot-stomping Smokey Joe's Cafe. And the winner is Harold Prince for Showboat.
thanks to Oscar Hammerstein and Jerome Kern for reinventing the musical. To John McGlynn, whose scholarship made my job so much easier. To Garth Drabinsky and the gang at Live Entertainment for so much creativity, so much enthusiasm, and for seeing that we all traveled first class. To Elaine Stritch, whose interpretation is one of the backbones of this production, and who's never missed a performance on Broadway. And to 73 actors in New York and in Toronto who are among the best I've ever been privileged to work with. Thank you.
Good evening again. The 1995 recipient of the Tony Award given each year to an outstanding regional theater is the Goodspeed Opera House of East Haddam, Connecticut, acclaimed both for its development of new musicals that have later gone on to Broadway like Man of La Mancha, Shenandoah, and Annie, and its brilliant revivals. The Goodspeed is one of regional theater's greatest success stories. With this award, too, goes a grant of $25,000 from RCA Victor Bertelsmann Entertainment Group. And here now to accept the award is Mr. Michael Price, the Goodspeed's Executive Director since 1967. Michael, congratulations, it's yours.
From Sue Frost, our associate producer, and all of us at Goodspeed, a big thank you to RCA, the American Theater Critics Association, and the American Theater Wing. Like a ball club, the Goodspeed fields a talented team of theater artists. And we have hits, we have runs, and we have errors. But above all, we have the fans in the stands, our loyal audiences, our dedicated board of trustees, the National Endowment for the Arts, and Senator for Christopher Dodd and Governor John Rowland and the citizens of Connecticut who make our state such a hospitable home for the arts. We want to assure you that the musical is alive and well, and it sends greetings not only from Broadway, but from Chester and East Haddam, Connecticut. Thank you.
You know, Gregory, actresses are always complaining the men get the best parts, but in the theater, they get all the best songs.
They do. They get every one.
I mean, songs we kill for.
Yeah.
Songs we probably have a secret desire to sing. There must be dozens. I mean, there must be enough to make up a medley.
When I have a brand new hairdo, with my eyelashes all in curl, I float like the clouds on air dew. I enjoy being a...
Wait a minute. Wait. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
It's a great
all.
idea,
No, it's
Nathan.
like Euro Disney. It looked good on paper, but...
No, this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Oh, no, this is all Newt Gingrich needs to see.
Would you relax?
All right, I'm frightened.
Just relax and get in touch with your feminine side.
I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm afraid I won't be able to find my way back.
I'll bring you back.
All right.
I'll bring you back. Just take a deep breath, shake it out.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel pretty.
How pretty?
Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright, and I pity any girl who isn't me tonight.
See the pretty girl in the mirror there.
What mirror? Where?
Who can that attractive girl be?
Which one? Where? Who?
Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile.
Such a pretty me.
We're your dream girls.
Boys, what make you happy?
We're your dream girls, boy. We'll always care. We're your dream girls. Dream girls will never leave you. And all you have to do is dream, baby, we'll be there.
I'm just a Broadway baby, walking off my tired feet,
Pounding 42nd Street to be in a show.
Gee, I'd like like to be
Sing it, then.
on some marquee, all twinkling lights.
A spark to pierce the dark from Battery Park.
Yeah,
Way up to Washington Heights. Nathan, where you going?
I'm channeling Kirk Knob. Light the lights. Play it, boys.
You can pull all the stops out till they call the cops out.
Grind your behind till you're banned.
But you gotta get a kiss. You wanna get a hand.
So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. This is Barbara's. I can't.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter.
Butter.
Don't swing around the
Butter.
The
He
rain
sings
on my
like butter.
parade. I'll march my band out. I'll beat my drum. And if I'm fanned out, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't fake it, hat, sir. I guess I didn't make it.
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you.
About who?
About you.
Did he need a stronger hand?
As long as he needs me.
Did he need a touch?
I know where I must be.
Was I soft or was I tough?
I'll hold
Did I
on
give enough?
steadfastly.
Did I give too much? 'Cause his is the only music that makes me.
A boy like that would kill your brother. Forget that boy and find another. One of your own kind. Stick to your own kind. Grow up!
Yes! Yes! Yes, Nathan! Yes!
God, I'm a dancer!
A dancer dances. All we ever needed was the music and the mirror and the chance to dance.
So let us entertain you. Let us make you smile. Let us do a few tricks. We're very versatile.
And if you're real good, we'll make you feel good. We want your spirits to climb.
So let
us entertain you. And we'll have a real good time.
eat your heart out, girls.
We'll have a real good time.
This past season, uniquely in the 49-year history of the Tony Awards, only one new musical with an entirely new score and book opened on Broadway. A musical, however, of such singular excellence that everyone involved with the Tonys agreed that it more than deserved to be honored. And so, earlier this evening, Tony Awards were presented by George Hearn, Alan Campbell, and the rest of the musical's wonderful cast to the creators of Sunset Boulevard. For Best Original Score, Music and Lyrics, written for the theater, to Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, music. And to Christopher Hampton and Don Black, lyrics. And Best Book of a Musical also to Christopher Hampton and Don Black. A special Tony Award for Lifetime Achievement in the theater was also presented by Gerald Schoenfeld of the Schubert Organization to the retiring Executive Director of the League of American Theaters and Producers, Mr. Harvey Sabinson. Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant composer and lyricist of Hello Dolly, Mame, and La Cage aux Folles, Mr. Jerry Herman.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Her Gladiola Girl was the comic sensation of 1948. Her Lorelei Lee is certainly one of the classic comic creations of the musical theater. And her Dolly Levi is a rare example of the perfect marriage of star and show. So, her dedication to her craft is legendary, and I know of no one else in the world who has given us so much joy, so much laughter, so much pure pleasure for so many years in so many theaters everywhere. It is with great honor that I present this special Tony Award for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater to Carol Channing.
Thank you, Jerry Herman. I want to say thank you to you, one and all. And I'd like to begin by thanking my mother for having me. Right now, we are my last Tony Award I received for being in this show that I'm in. Hello, Dolly. And right now, we're playing it in San Diego on our tour prior to opening on Broadway in October. And yes, and now, I can't believe it. I mean, can you believe it? Now, this Lifetime Achievement Award, lifetime. I mean, for my particular lifetime, I can't think of anything more soul-fulfilling that I could have done. I mean, it was the only thing to do. And achievement, apparently, is just doing exactly what you want to do. Well, I want to thank the community, the theater community. My gratitude is unbounded. I want to thank you folks for the welcome you just gave me. And I'll see you all in October.
The 1995 Tony Awards, sponsored by Lincoln Mercury and the complete line of Lincoln luxury automobiles. Mark 8 Town Car and the new Continental. Lincoln, what a luxury car should be.
Before you buy the all-new Lincoln Continental, we suggest you get a second opinion. And a third. And fourth opinion. Drive the new V8-powered Lincoln Continental, and we think you'll share our opinion that it's the perfect balance of luxury and technology.
I just think about a pint of ice cream and boom, there's a spoon in my mouth. When that little pint calls, I am a refrigerator magnet. And why not? These are brand new healthy choice pints. Yeah, pints loaded with the good stuff. A chewy fudge, gooey caramel, cappuccino mocha fudge. They're rich, creamy, only 2 grams of fat. magic, and it's all mine. With new Healthy Choice pints, I eat what I like. Time for the big spoon.
Now that you've given her away, you'll always cherish the memories. You'll always remember the joy. And you'll never forget the bill.
$220 for parsley?
But hey, isn't that why you got Visa Gold in the first place? With all the purchase power to handle any occasion. Even the most precious. Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
You're gonna love Clairol's new herbal essences, shampoos, and conditioners. You'll be overwhelmed by the organic herbs, the all-natural botanicals,
So good.
drenched in pure mountain water. And if you find that exciting, wait until you see your hair.
I want to get the shampoo she's using.
Clairol's new herbal essences, a totally organic experience. The last time we were here was when I proposed. 10 years. It seems like only yesterday. I told you then how much I loved you, and nothing's changed.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. On your 10th, show her you'd marry her all over again.
An island paradise is rocked by a string of murders.
Her death was caused by a shark attack.
Anything at all to indicate she might have been murdered?
But only one cop
You're talking serial killer?
believes a mysterious woman knows the killer's next victim.
I'm gonna need your help.
I am dead. I'm dead.
Crowfoot, Wednesday. She must uncover the clues. Follow the suspect
I'm betting you know where Frank is.
and discover the motive.
I believe another officer may be involved.
But now her search for the truth
You walk out of here, it's insubordination.
We're not partners anymore. Will only reveal a deeper mystery.
What is wrong with this picture?
A special 2-hour movie. Everyone is under suspicion. Next Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kathleen Turner. She won huge acclaim as Maggie the Cat in the celebrated 1999 revival of Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, and is now back on Broadway getting nightly standing ovations in Indiscretions.
Thank you and good evening. It's been a wonderful year on Broadway, thrilling and very busy. Despite the diehards of people who were worried about us, the New York Times reported yesterday that the past Broadway season has had its highest attendance in 12 years, and we have now broken all box office records in history. But to business now. These are the 4 hugely talented gentlemen nominated for Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Play. They are Brian Bedford, currently on location in California for his brilliant performance in the Moliere comedies. Ralph Fiennes, who may be the most unique Hamlet ever to have turned up on Broadway. Rosa Reese, my brilliant and my beloved on-stage husband in Indiscretions. And Joe Sears for his multiple comic roles in A Tuna Christmas. And the winner of the 1990 Tony Award for leading actor in a play is Ralph Fiennes.
This is a great honor. I salute my fellow nominees. There would be no production of Hamlet without the following people. Larry Dalzell, my English agent, who first picked up the telephone. All at Dodger Productions and the Almeida Theatre, Michael David, Ian McDiarmid. Especially Jonathan Kent, the director, and the wonderful cast of Hamlet. I am very blessed and lucky to be working with them. Jonathan, you're my heart's friend. Thank you. The rest is silence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jennifer Holliday. She triumphed in Dreamgirls, winning a Tony as Best Actress in a Musical, and is now happily back on Broadway in Grease.
Thank you. The nominees for Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical are Matthew Broderick as the devious young J. Pierre Ponce Finch and How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, Alan Campbell as the doomed screenwriter who is ensnared by Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard, Markup Jacoby as the charming Gaylord Ravenel in Showboat, John McMartin as lovable Captain Andy in Showboat. And the winner for the 1995 Tony Award for the Best Leading Actor in a Musical is Matthew Broderick. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Thank you. Well, this has been such a great time for me, and this is also great. There's Des McAnuff, our wonderful director, sitting right there, who helped me so much. And Wayne, God bless you for making dancing so much fun. And to the my wonderful company, who made me feel so welcome and like I actually could sing and dance in front of people. And thank you, Brian Lord and John Hart, Michael David, the producers. I love this show. And Abe Burrows, Frank Lesser, Joe Lesser, all of you, thank you.
Coming up next, Carol Burnett to announce the Best Musical of 1995.
9 to 5. Nobody keeps those hours anymore. Breakfast is now the most important meal of the business day. But sometimes you need more than coffee to start your day. You need an important package. Introducing UPS Early AM Delivery. Not just by 10:30, but by 8:30 a.m. guaranteed. The business day may seem endless, but at least now you know when it can begin. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
Mike Klein's been my State Farm agent for 9 years, and he's been a coach in the community for 3. He's as dedicated to those kids as he is to his policyholders. The most important thing that I can do right now in my life is to protect my family in the future. The way he handles my life insurance shows it's important to him too. My other friends who have State Farm life insurance say the same thing about their agents. You know, I think there is something to this good neighbor business.
State Farm is there.
What did you eat this weekend?
A couple of burgers Friday night.
A couple of donuts.
2 tacos.
Barbecue ribs. Chocolate cheesecake Saturday night.
Some pancakes for brunch. Gee, that's funny. I should have exploded about an hour ago.
If you kind of ate your way through the weekend, start turning things around tomorrow with Kellogg's Special K cereal. Just 110 calories, not a speck of fat. Get those delicious, lightly toasted Special K flakes. Let your taste buds continue to enjoy. Start taking off what you took on this weekend. Make Monday Special K Day.
We'd like to dedicate this 30 seconds to the power of the new Lincoln Continental's 32-valve V8 Intech system, the confident handling of its road-calibrated suspension, and some very impressive slow-motion camera work, without which we couldn't have shown it to you. The new Lincoln Continental, what a luxury car should be.
The 1995 Tony Awards will continue.
This is CBS.
Hello, I'm Linda Alvarez. Tonight at 11, 2 men are saved from a rushing river by a TV crew shooting on location. Plus a different rescue in Newport Bay. This time it was a horse up to its neck in trouble. We'll tell you and show you what happened at 11.
Critics are calling Disney's Tony Award-winning stage hit Beauty and the Beast the best musical to hit L.A. in years. The Los Angeles Times declares the cast is to die for, and the score is smashing. It's being cheered as a feast for the eyes, altogether wonderful. Not since Phantom has anything this extravagant and lush hit an LA stage. Disney's Beauty and the Beast, now at the Schubert Theater. Don't wait. For best seats, call now. 1-800-447-7400.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Dryers, evidently it's not your normal ice cream. The cost of living in America continues to go up. Yet the cost of leasing a Cadillac has just gone down. Right now, current Cadillac owners can lease a new DeVille for just $449 a month with $1,800 down. That's $50 less a month than it was 2 years ago. With so many things going up, you can count on Cadillac to bring the cost of luxury down. See your Cadillac dealer for value leasing now. Cadillac, creating a higher standard.
The Marcus Allen wedding video at the Simpson Estate on the next hard copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marlo Thomas. She made her Broadway debut in Thieves in 1974 and was back on Broadway earlier this season in the acclaimed revival of The Shadow Box.
Thank you. Earlier this evening, I was honored to announce that the Tony Awards Administration Committee had voted to present a Tony Award this year to the National Endowment for the Arts. The lights may be bright on Broadway, but every theatrical work starts with a shot in the dark. And in the shadowy time of artistic beginnings, the National Endowment is often the only light around. Tonight, accepting the award was its chair, the brilliant Tony Award-winning actress and our friend, Jane Alexander.
I accept your wonderful outpouring of support and affection on behalf of the National Endowment for the Arts. This year, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary, and when so many in Congress seek to eliminate the agency altogether, we are most grateful for this recognition of all that the agency does for nonprofit theaters.
And now, it is my pleasure to present this evening's next Tony Award for Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Musical. The two nominees are Glenn Close as the terrifying and mad Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard, and Rebecca Luker as the girlishly romantic and later sadly disillusioned Magnolia in Showboat. And the American Theater Wing's Tony Award goes to Glenn Close for Sunset Boulevard.
Thank you, Billy Wilder and Charles Brackett, for their initial creation of Norma Desmond. Thank you, Sir Andrew, Trevor, Christopher, and Don for the brilliant collaboration that has now made her a classic role in musical theater. Thank you, Edgar Dobie, Nina Lennon, and everyone at Really Useful. John Napier for my house, Anthony Powell for my clothes, Paul Huntley and David Brown for the hair, Bob Avian and Jody for the tango, Andrew Bidge, Martin Levin and their team for the light and sound, David Caddick, Paul Bogaev for me. Oh, it's no fair. Peter Lawrence and his team, my dressers, Lynn Mann, Jim Nadeau, the Cruisin' Orchestra, my understudy, George Hearn, Alan Campbell, Alice Ripley, the entire ensemble. Steve Beers and my wonderful Annie Maud for bringing love into my life. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carol Burnett. Carol will be making her return to Broadway this fall in a brand new comedy, Moon Over Buffalo.
Thank you. Thank you. I would have
have given my eye teeth if the producers would have allowed me to come down those stairs. I am very, very happy to be presenting this next award, the award for the Best Musical. The two nominees are Smokey Joe's Cafe, an evening of the songs of Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, and Sunset Boulevard, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical adaptation of the classic Billy Wilder film. And the Tony Award for the Best New Musical of 1995 goes to Sunset Boulevard.
The Really Useful Company accepting the award, Edgar Dobie.
Thank you very much. I won't go through the list because Glenn Close has done it already, but I will say a special thanks, please, of course, to Billy Wilder for giving us the piece, and to Trevor Nunn, our wonderful, wonderful director, and to the unsung heroes of the Really Useful Group who do all the work for me, Edgar Dobie, on my right here, and Patrick McKenna. Thank you very, very much. It's a great honor. Thank you.
The best play of 1995 when we return. The 1995 Tony Awards. Sponsored by Nice and Easy. It works with your hair's own tone so the color looks totally natural. It's nice and easy to be natural. Only from Clairol.
And you take this woman to be your wedding wife?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I can't let you do this. It just isn't natural. Nice and easy. 103. It works with your own tones and highlights, so the color looks totally natural. Let's rinse. And Nice and Easy's fade resistant, so even if your marriage doesn't last, your color will.
For natural-looking color that lasts and lasts.
You love it? I do.
It's nice and easy to be natural. From Clairol.
Ahead of you, a dramatic wraparound instrument panel. On your left, a 3-person memory system. On your right, a 10-disc JBL Oreo system framed in burl walnut. Below you, leather-trimmed 8-way power seats. And all around you, a car so beautifully designed it can go 100,000 miles between scheduled tune-ups. Lincoln Mark 8. Give up. You're surrounded. Lincoln Mark 8 with the V8 Intex system. Drive everything else first.
There's free chocolate shake. That's why I'm here. I gotta try this.
I think it's great. It tastes like chocolate pudding.
It's thick.
Very rich. It tastes very fattening. 99% fat-free? Really?
Get out of here.
Healthy chocolate?
I'd have one of these every day.
What is it?
Come on, tell me, what is it?
Slim Fast? This is Slim Fast?
Did you change the formula?
I think you did something new to it.
I'm trying to lose a few pounds, and this is perfect. I don't have to go to lunch now. This is it.
AT&T, this is Richie.
Richard, this long-distance business is maddening. MCI and Sprint keep calling. Everybody's pulling at me. Every week there's a new, confusing plan.
No.
I just want something simple.
AT&T True Savings.
It's simple.
Sign up, make $10 in calls a month, and we'll subtract 25% off your AT&T bill.
25% off to whom?
Anybody in the U.S.
Perfect.
It's AT&T's simplest way to save 25%.
Oh, I'd like that.
AT&T True Savings. Save 25% to anybody.
Your true voice.
This week, all new Daves with Nicole Kidman, Jose Carreras, Mike Myers, Seal, Bonnie Hunt, Soul Asylum, and Indy 500 winner Jacques Villeneuve. All new this week.
It's time to party down with the hottest stars and the wildest party animals on the planet. SeaWorld Busch Gardens Party for the Planet, Wednesday.
This is CBS.
Did you see Action News this week? We have seen the beginning of a new Mike Tyson. It was a different Mike Tyson that I met with yesterday morning in Las Vegas.
It doesn't feel that I've been away, but I know something different about me.
Only on 2. The man who romanced the Long Island Lolita is speaking out.
Did they charge you with anything, Joey?
No, just a misunderstanding.
Only on 2 stunning new revelations about O.J. Simpson's flight to Chicago.
O.J. Simpson was, quote, spaced out.
You should see us now. Action News at 4, 5, and 11.
Once there was workers' comp and group medical, and it was okay. Then Blue Cross created Unicare Integrated, which combines both in one package. And it was much better, because this streamlines the claims process by using one doctor network instead of 2.
Say,
which saves companies time. and money. And that's very, very good. Unicare Integrated Blue Cross of California. Who else?
Prosecutor Chris Darden says he may quit law. Details at 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the great stars of American film and theater, a two-time Tony Award winner, a beauty and a legend, Miss Lauren Bacall.
Thank you. I'm very privileged to present to you tonight the final award of the evening for Best New Play of the Year. The four nominees are Arcadia, Having Our Say, Indiscretions, Love, Valor, Compassion, and the Tony Award for Best New Play goes to Love, Valor, Compassion.
Author Terrence McNally, producer Manhattan Theater Club, Lynn Meadow and Barry Grove, and Jude Jansen Theater.
We want to thank the Manhattan Theater Club Board of Directors, Michael Cole's chairman, and the incredible people of the MTC staff, AT&T On Stage for their early support, the Broadway Alliance, It Works, Rocco Landisman, and the Jude Jansen Organization.
Thank you to a terrific ensemble of actors, the wonderful director, Joe Mantello. We're blessed that Terrence McNally has made Manhattan Theater Club his artistic home. Bravo.
This week, all new Daves with Nicole Kidman, Jose Carreras, Mike Myers, Seal, Bonnie Hunt, Soul Asylum, and Indy 500 winner Jacques Villeneuve. All new this week.
How long did I take Tylenol? Forever. Still take it for aches and pains, but for headaches, major lifestyle change. Now I take Excedrin. How come? Excedrin relieves headaches better than Tylenol. Do I feel unfaithful? No. I still use Tylenol for stuff. But for headaches, I mean, it doesn't take a genius. If Excedrin's better, you use Excedrin.
Excedrin, the headache medicine.
Just off the Pacific Coast Highway, there's a place where America ends and the Pacific begins, all right outside your window. It's the Seven Gables Inn overlooking Monterey Bay. 7 gables, 14 rooms, one spectacular view. So if you go, bring your wide-angle lens and your Visa card, because the Seven Gables Inn will take your breath away. But they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Business is about as predictable as the weather. You never know when a storm's going to hit.
And you need it when?
All you know is you have to respond. So UPS guarantees overnight delivery by 10:30 a.m. and even 8:30 a.m. And for problems that can't wait till tomorrow,
it's one chip that I need.
There's now same-day delivery. Only UPS offers you all these choices.
We're back in business.
But that's what planning for a rainy day is all about. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
The all-new Lincoln Continental is so technologically advanced, you control it with the press of a button. Equally as impressive is that with the press of a button, its exclusive 12-function memory profile system sets everything back to where it was.
Your Lincoln.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
The new Lincoln Continental with the 32-valve V8 Intex system, the perfect balance of luxury and technology.
Travel provided by Continental Airlines with business first to Europe. First class comfort at a business class fare. Continental, it's more airline for your money.
awards shows are boring. But not this one. Blockbuster presents its first music and movie awards show with performances from Boys to Men, Brooks and Dunn, Reba, and more. The top stars plus a special icon award to Stallone. William Baldwin and Cindy Crawford host the Blockbuster Entertainment Awards Tuesday.
Nicole Kidman, Jose Carreras, Chris Isaac, Seal, and more on The Late Show with David Letterman. All new all this week. Now your local news.
Tragedy strikes a Southland community for the second time in less than 24 hours. Next, a hit-and-run drunk driver kills a child and injures 2 others. Plus, new charges against an Orange County fertility doctor. Auditors say money is missing from his clinic. And wet weather ahead as the hurricane heads for Florida.